Okay, so I'm about to take you guys through the over 1 month long process of tumbling my first batch of rocks ever. I am post tumbling. I learned a lot in the process and I'm hoping to get better going forward. Here is what some of those rocks look like before tumbling them. And I will show you through a few of the cycles and what they look like at the end. Okay, so there's a few things going on here. I separated everything between the things I'm not that excited about, but they still look beautiful, which is everything in here. These are things that still have kind of cracks and holes in them that I might have to put through again with the same grit, or maybe not at all. And then these are my favorites that I'm really excited about. I've found that I'm very drawn towards things that are like striped. So we have the some interest. I really like this one. I have this giant rock that has a lot going on it. I think it's very beautiful too. Banding on. They look like holes, but they're not. It's just darker. And we'll see what these look like when they go through a little bit more, but I don't know. These ones have the most interest to them. It's very neat. I really like this. I'm not exactly sure what that is. Probably some type of fossil. I feel like I watch videos and I've seen this before in other people's videos. This one's really interesting to me. Looks like a piece of modern artwork. I love how this looks like it could fit perfectly in like a necklace pendant or something. Alright, so this is after the second cycle of grit. I have a few pieces here that I'm going to probably take out of the batch just because they have some divots in them, things are getting caught in it. A few of them have kind of sharper edges. I don't want them to break in the next cycle, so I think I'm going to be taking some out. And then these are what I'm left with. I'm going to show some of my favorite pieces. I have a few new favorite ones after this cycle. A lot of pieces are getting pretty small after having been polished with the first round of grit and now the second. I did not expect them to get so small, honestly, but this is the first time I'm doing this, so it's good to learn. So of everything that I had in there, everything that's in this bowl are my favorites. I'm gonna go ahead and show you those. Alright, I'm just really a sucker for things that have stripes on them. I don't know, I just think these are so cool. I especially really like this one and this one. Next category, things that look like agates or chert. I don't know. You can tell me if you know, but we got very beautiful pieces here. I'll show you the back side of some of these. I love this one. Look at that. This is the one I'm not going to put in the next batch just because of all the bumps and divots, but love that. And this, I don't know what this is, but it's really interesting. Got some red stones. This was one of my favorites after last cycle, but it is getting very small. I'm a little disappointed in that. Here are the rocks that are very smoky looking. Really like this one, and this is pretty neat. This is a random assortment, but this is pipe organ coral, I believe. It is getting very tiny. I'm very tempted to pull it out because it's the only specimen I have of this fossil, and I don't want it to break or get any smaller, but I do want it to polish, so I don't know. Some other just neat pieces. I don't know the names of everything, but right here, a lot of my green rocks. I got this big guy. It's looking good so far. This piece that I really like. These. Lastly, these two random ones. This one, I don't know if you could see those stripes running through. But I really like those dark colors on that. This one's turning out good so far. Here's what they all look like, mostly dry after that second cycle. They obviously still need to get more of a polish on them. And some of them are starting to get a little bit shiny too. So we'll see what happens in the next two cycles. Here's some of my favorites after that third cycle. They have a slight sheen to them. I'm really hoping that last cycle they get a lot shinier. I got them a little bit wet, but this is what I'm hoping they look like after that last polish. Final stage. All right, here's all of them after that fourth cycle. What I learned is that the ones that got the best polish on them are these stones that are lighter in color, which I'm assuming they're quartz. And you know, there's some shine on other ones, but the ones that are dark with black, green, dark purple, they barely got a shine on them. Here are my favorites at the top over here. We have all these striped ones. You got these like mossy green, could it be green jasper for some of them? Maybe. These I just like the shape of them. They look like little gummies. This one was my favorite earlier on, but it has reduced in size significantly. I just like the shapes of these ones, the teardrop shapes. You got this chunky guy. Just a beautiful stone. I like how it turned out. It's just not that shiny. This is the one I have really liked through the whole process. But once again, look, that shine, it would have been even better. It doesn't have much of a polish on it. These are probably some types of banded chert. Very beautiful banding on there. Here are a few different fossils. It looks like some honeycomb in there. Crinoid. I'm not sure what this is, but it's interesting. And might be another crinoid in that. I believe this is called banded jasper, if I'm not mistaken. Very cool piece, but guess what? It looked cooler at the beginning before it shrunk in size. Now it's just barely polished, so let me spray them so you can see what they should look like. This is what I was hoping for. Okay, so I mean, what did I learn? I learned that quartz will polish the best. Maybe I should have been leaving some of them in there for longer, or with more grit, or with more of the ceramic material. I don't know, but next round I want to do a bunch of honeycomb coral and different types of fossilized coral. We'll see. I need to learn more, that's for sure. Thank you guys for watching and learning along with me. And once again, if you have anything to teach me, I'm desperate to learn. So see you next time.